Alrighty. So I'll start. Good evening. My name is Christa Eagles. Throughout the years, I was never a good driver at all. As a matter of fact, I didn't get my license until I was 18 years old. I was pregnant at the time, and my mom basically forced me. She was like, okay, it's time. Like, you're going to be a mom yourself. Like, I'm not taking you to all these doctor's appointments. Like, come on, let's get on it. So it's like for driving or anything, but I had a fear of getting behind the wheel. It didn't help that I wasn't a good driver either. So my first car was a stick shift, and it was a Volkswagen Bug, and my mom would teach me how to drive, and she was scared to death. I would be at the stop sign and I would put it in neutral, and then I'd go to put it in gear, and I wasn't fast enough, and my car would roll back, and I'd be waving out the window like, hey, back up. Cause like I couldn't figure it out. So like I almost like, I think I did hit like one or two cars, but it wasn't like boom, it just barely tapped them to where it didn't cause any damage. But I never could figure out the stick shift. So you know, my mom was really nervous about that. She only had two rules when it came to me driving once I did get my license and stuff like that, because she bought me a car. Her first one was no friends in the car, and her second one was to stay off my cell phone. Of course, being rebellious, I didn't listen to either rule. I didn't see the harm in talking to my boyfriend on the phone. I would put it in my seatbelt while I would drive, and he'd be on speakerphone. I had all kinds of friends in my car. I actually was caught multiple times driving around with friends in the car. So I found it silly that one day that her rules, just the way they were, especially because I was 18, until one morning, I got a phone call that would forever change my life and my views on distracted driving. I lost one of my best friends due to a distracted driver. The driver was texting on his cell phone while going 70 miles an hour on the interstate. Donovan Tressmer was ejected from the car and landed face first on the asphalt, and he died instantly. He was the football star of my high school. I dated him my whole freshman year. He was an All-American football player. Everybody loved Donovan. Young adults are among the most that are involved in distracted driving car accidents. In 2018, 25% of the distracted drivers involved in fatal crashes were young adults between ages 20 through 29. In the United States, in 2018, over 2,800 people were killed, and an estimated 400,000 were injured in the crashes that involved distracted drivers. That is why today I wanted to talk to you about the importance of staying off your cell phone and what it means to be a distracted driver, and a few different types of distractions and how common they are, and how we can go about not having those distractions to save your life and maybe even somebody else's. So power off your cell phones and let's jump into different distractions. So there are three different types of distractions. There is a manual distraction, which is taking your hands physically off the steering wheel. There is a cognitive distraction, which is where your mind isn't focused on driving. You're in la la land essentially. And then there's a visual distraction where you're looking somewhere else in the car. So these three different types of distractions are the most common. It could be something as simple as, eating a bag of chips or smoking a cigarette, using your GPS, trying to press the buttons on the front of your car, turning up the volume, yelling at your kids in the back seat, handing them a bottle. I mean, I've done all those things. Trying to say that these things aren't harmless is not really fair to say because they definitely are, and they take so many people's lives. All it takes is to look down for a split second and it could cost you your life. You know, there are so many options out there and ways to avoid distracted driving. There are apps on your phone that you can download and they can tell the person that you're currently driving. It's automated and hands-free. You can eat or drink when you get to your destination. You can pull to the side of the road. You could also not have people in your car that are distracting. If you're in the car with somebody that's distracting, then let them know, hey, I'm driving, you know, you need to calm down. I think one really important thing too is making our teens aware that this is taking lives all over. About 1 in 5 people get killed from distracted driving. So right here, it says the 3,000 people die in crashes every year. So out of 32,000 accidents, 3,267 of them were distracted driving. And the sad part is that the people that are killed in distracted driving are not even the drivers. It's mainly the people on the side of the road, walking, running, jogging. So it's not worth it. Just wait. There's huge fines in almost all states. Nothing is more important than you and your family arriving alive and safe. Thank you.
Good job.
Good job.
Good job. Can we wait 1 second? My poster board is breaking and I'd like to tape it before it falls off.
Yeah, of course. I can go next.
Use my poster board the way I want.